Hello everyone, this is Talking with T-Stout with my guest.
Dario 8676.
And today we're going to discuss which of the Manning brothers are better. And I will let my guest have his open arguments.
Alright, well, first of all, before we get into anything, we're comparing the Indianapolis Colts quarterback, Peyton Manning, to the New York Giants quarterback, Eli Manning.
Yes, we are.
Now, I can't even believe this is a discussion. I don't understand why this is a discussion, because clearly the better quarterback is Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Alright, now, before I get into anything, obviously you have a different opinion.
Yes.
And now, I want to hear from you real quick. Now, you say Eli is better,
Eli
right?
is a better quarterback.
Alright, now here's why you're crazy.
Okay.
Alright, what are your basis? What's your basis here? Just go into one thing, like, are you comparing, are you looking at playoffs, regular season, or are you just looking at, like, as a...
I'm looking at their whole career.
Alright.
Whole career.
Alright, here's my thing. Okay, let's look at Eli Manning, okay?
Alright.
Career stats. I know I'm going by stats. We're not. You can't always go by stats, but I'm just going to give you the career totals, okay?
Alright.
Let's start with Eli. Alright, Eli Manning, quarterback rating for this career, 80.2. Okay? That's his quarterback rating. Peyton Manning, 94.9.
Okay.
Big difference right there.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright. Peyton Manning has a 65% passing percent. He completes 65% of his passes, and Eli completes 58. Okay,
all right, a little better.
Not bad. Eli has about 23,000 passing yards for his career. You can't really compare that.
Yeah, because
Peyton's been in the league twice as long. He has 58,000, but whatever. So you got to really compare the ratio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Here's
the big one. Peyton Manning, 400 career touchdowns, 198 interceptions. So that's a really good ratio. That's what? That's like 2 to 1 or something like that. Eli Manning, 156 touchdowns, 113 interceptions.
Yep.
That's not 2 to 1. That's not very good.
That's not very good. I will give you that.
All right. Now, here's my other thing. Now.
All right.
Fumbles, career fumbles. Eli 59.
Okay.
Peyton Manning 53.
All right.
53. Peyton Manning has been in the league twice as long as Eli Manning, and he has less fumbles than Eli Manning.
Okay, so he's fumbleitis. All right.
Right. Okay. Now forget about stats for a second.
All right.
I'm going to take you to what I actually see on a week-to-week basis with Eli.
All right.
Eli is very inconsistent, whereas Peyton Manning is very consistent. Peyton Manning, most of the time, Peyton Manning, like if you look at a whole regular season, Peyton Manning he'll maybe have one bad game, but after that one bad game, he'll bounce back. Okay? It's a given.
Yep.
And Peyton Manning, and now let's take a look at Peyton Manning's weapons. Who are his receivers, Thomas, though?
Well, he's had Marvin Harrison.
No.
Oh, now?
Well, yeah, you gotta say now, because when he had Marvin Harrison, he was killing everybody in the league. Let's look at it the last 3 years.
Alright, he's had Dallas Clark still there.
Tight end.
Yep. He's had that Gonzalez guy, which is pretty good.
Anthony Gonzalez.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Okay.
Well, I'm not a really big Colt fan. I hate the Colts.
Pierre Garçon.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, but let's not get crazy.
Well,
Peyton made him who he was.
Yeah.
All right, who's Eli? Who's Eli had? If we're gonna talk about all right, you can throw in Marvin Harrison. That's fine. Go Reggie Wayne. Fine.
Okay, Reggie Wayne.
Eli Manning. He's had Plaxico Burress,
Mm-hmm.
Monty Toomer,
Yep.
Hicks,
Hicks.
Hakeem Nicks, right?
Yep.
What's
Pretty
his
good.
name?
Boss. Kevin Boss.
Kevin Boss, Shockey for a little while.
Yep.
He's also had. Sorry, I'm having a freaking Steve Smith,
Mm-hmm.
and a few other guys, whatever.
Yep. Pretty good receivers.
All right, now you have to account. You have to put this into account, okay?
Okay.
Offensive strategy. You have to take this into account. The Giants are primarily a running team.
Mm-hmm.
Colts are primarily a passing team. Is that a fact?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the fact that the Giants have a more balanced game, so it's easier to fool the opponents. So it's easier, in my opinion, a lot of times for Eli Manning to complete passes because they have multiple different play calls. Whereas the Colts, a lot of times, a lot of people never expect them to run, so you're always expecting the pass.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another argument. Now the other thing is, in this, I don't think you can argue this. Peyton Manning is a much more accurate passer.
Yes, he is.
When Eli Manning had Burress used to have to dive, jump for balls, and all that.
Yep.
It's just
He's more accurate.
He's more accurate. Peyton Manning seems like he knows where his players are at all times.
Yep.
Now here's the one thing I will agree with you with. Okay.
All right.
And this is. I don't know if Peyton Manning has been that great of a playoff quarterback, but either has Eli. Yeah, Eli. Think about that for a second. What I just said.
Okay.
All right. Let me think about that. Peyton Manning has been to the playoff a bunch of times. He has not done good. You know.
He's choked in the playoffs.
He's choked. He's won one Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Eli Manning is choked too.
Yeah, he has. He's choked.
He's choked against the Eagles 2 times. The Panthers was awful.
Yep.
That one year he did good. Look, he did okay. He did well enough in the playoffs to not lose. He was very safe in the playoffs.
Yep.
In the Super Bowl, he threw to Burress. You know, he had an amazing last drive. I'll give him that. But really, if you take the playoffs as a whole, that year that he won the championship. The reason they won the championship was because of their defense, not because of their offense. Okay. So, with that said, I analyze. You still there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I thought I cut off. For some
No,
reason.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. So that, and then the last thing I'll mention is, like I said, if you take the regular season, Eli will have 2 or 3 or 4. Eli is just a terrible cold weather quarterback. If you want to be considered a great quarterback, you got to be able to play through any weather. Look at Favre, okay?
Yeah.
Peyton never has trouble. He can play through any weather. His biggest problem has been, in my opinion, people disagree because, the way he's been playing lately. But my biggest thing is his team is falling apart around him. He's the only guy. He's carrying his team.
Yep.
The Giants, in my opinion, have a much more solid, balanced team than the Colts. The Colts, defensively, the Giants are better defensively.
Yep.
Offensive line is close, I'll give you that. I think they both have a good offensive line. Running back, you got to give to the Giants, the running game. Receivers, who would you give the receivers to?
For the whole career wise?
No. I'm talking about as the last 2 years.
Last 2 years, receivers, probably the Giants for the past 2 years.
Right. And what else? I don't know, I'm missing something. Corner, the secondary, maybe the Colts, but whatever. Anyways, so I have to say I cannot jump. I understand Peyton has been bad the last 2. He hasn't even been bad. He's just been bad in the playoffs. He did have a bad year last year.
No, he didn't.
Peyton Manning, in my opinion, has been an amazing quarterback, and it's crazy how so much opinions have changed on him because of how he's played in the playoffs the last 2 years. And I can't go by that. I'm sorry. So I still, and Eli Manning hasn't really proven shit to me either. I mean, I'm a Giants fan, and I'm saying this.
Yeah.
I see every Giants game, and I'm not extremely impressed with Eli. So Peyton Manning is clearly the better quarterback, and maybe I'll think differently if Eli starts impressing me over the years.
Yeah.
And this is a little off topic, but I do think right now in the NFL, the best quarterback in the NFL right now is Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, I'll agree with you on that.
Say like as the biggest up and coming guy.
Yep.
But Peyton Manning, I don't think he can. Just because he had 2 bad years, all of a sudden I can't go on and say that Eli's better than him. So that's all. And now I'll hear from you.
Okay. Well, here's why I say Eli. Back when Peyton got drafted, I didn't really watch football, so I don't know his whole 97 to like 2000 career. I don't know how good the guy was because I didn't watch much football.
Okay, well, you want me to give you quick stats on how he did?
Yeah. How did he do his first 5 years in the league?
All right, let's look at it. He entered the NFL on the 1999 season.
Yep.
His first year was pretty bad. 71 quarterback rating.
Okay.
26 touchdowns, 28 interceptions.
Okay.
But Eli's was pretty bad too. Eli's was 6 touchdown liner. He didn't even play the whole season.
Yeah.
But anyways,
well,
his second and third years, he did amazing with 90 quarterback rating, 94.
Yep.
His best seasons of his career was 2004, 2005, 2006. That was Peyton's best.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, we'll talk about the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl wins. The Colts played the Bears in the Super Bowl when they beat them.
Okay.
The Giants played the 18-0 Patriots.
Right.
And that last drive, because didn't they start on like the 30th? That last drive when Eli just killed him.
Yeah, I agree.
He avoided like 4 tackles and then he threw it and the guy caught it on his head and I was like, what the hell is going on? Don't let this happen. And then for some stupid ass reason, the Patriots have 5'11" Hobbs on 6'7" Burris and they just throw it over his head and they catch it and they win the Super Bowl.
Right.
That drive, I don't think in that circumstances, I don't know. I don't see Peyton avoiding 4. Eli made them win that Super Bowl and made the greatest upset in football history.
I agree, but can't you make the argument that that ball that Eli Manning threw to Marvin Harrison should have been caught and intercepted? Went right through his hands.
Yeah.
On the sideline.
That
could have easily been an interception.
Yeah, and I mean, and the guy's been in the league for what, 2-3 years, and he wins this.
Well, no, Eli's been in the league.
I mean, when he won the Super Bowl.
Let's see.
That was in 08, wasn't it? And he got drafted in 05.
He got drafted in 04, 05. It took him. It was his 4th year, I think.
Okay, 4th year.
Yeah.
So, if you compare, now granted, Eli's played 10 more years than him. If you compare Eli's 4 years and Peyton's 4 years, Eli's kicking his ass.
I can't agree, though. That's not true.
I don't care about MVPs, because MVPs don't mean shit.
I'm not talking about MVPs, but how can you take away that Super Bowl? Let's take away the Giants Super Bowl game against the Patriots.
Okay.
What has Eli done? Take away that one single game where he freaking avoided did amazing acrobatics and all that.
Well,
take away that one game, and what has he done? That's what I ask.
Getting there they were the wild card too. They got to the big game as a wild card.
No, I understand, but what got them there was their defense. Everyone forgets that.
Well, they had a great defense, but you can score points on defense, but the majority of the points is on offense. If your offense doesn't show up, you're not going to score enough points to beat anybody.
No, I agree, but what was the Super Bowl score the year the Giants won the Super Bowl?
They beat them by, I think, 4 or 5, maybe 6 points, somewhere in there. It was a close game.
If you remember that Super Bowl, the Giants' offense wasn't doing shit till the second half.
No, they didn't do a damn thing.
Right.
They didn't.
Right. All I know is, look, all I could say is this. I remember. Don't forget either. The game before that, they played the Green Bay Packers.
Nope.
You know who was the MVP of that game? Not Eli Manning. Wasn't Eli Manning? It was Plaxico Burress, I think. Pretty sure
Okay.
he was. He was destroying. See, that's the thing everyone forgets too. I think that everyone underestimates the type of player that Burress was.
Oh, Burris is a great player.
Granted,